Welcome to the project demonstration of dry wet metal segregation system by using Arduino Uno. And for segregation of these materials with the three ways. So for dry segregation purpose, we are using the IR sensor, and wet purpose IR sensor and this wet sensor, and metal sensor purpose. So we have metal segregation purpose, we are using the metal sensor which was attached to the below this solder cap, and IR sensor. So whenever the only IR sensor will trigger my Arduino board, then the cap will be opened and this base servo motor will place that object into this dry object, and here is a metal and this one is a wet object. So IR plus metal is a metal, only IR is a dry, IR plus wet sensor is a wet segregation. So based on this object input to the Arduino Uno board, the system will segregate the so-called objects by rotating the servo motor. This is dry, metal and wet to the system, and the so-called status continuously monitoring on the LCD screen. For cap opening purpose, the SG90 servo motor interfaced, and the base servo motor is MG995 servo motors. These two servo motors along with the three sensors are interfaced to the Arduino Uno board, and from here we are providing 5 volts DC inputs, and that will be distributed throughout the input output modules. So input modules, as we discussed, 3 sensors, output modules LCD, and 2 servo motors are interfaced to this one. So let us check with the demonstration. Just initially on the power supply, right, okay, and on the LCD we can see the welcome message. Initially a welcome message, and after that it will show the monitoring, right, okay. So when we place the metal over here, the IR should detect that, as well as we can hear the buzzer sound coming out from that. And when the dry object was placed, so dry detected on the LCD. So the beep comes, that's indication of metal. And coming to the wet, right, so we are using the wet tissue paper. So when we place it over here, the IR sensor will detect that, as well as the wet sensor. Then it will be segregated to the respective chambers, right. Right, if the beep comes continuously without any input, let us, right, so keep it for normal thing, it should be normal. And when we place the metal object over here, so the IR light switched on. So we can see the IR light switched on, and again to the metal, and for dry, right, and for the wet. Right, okay. So whenever the object detects, then the second light will get switched on. When here also we detected, the second light will get switched on. Right, thank you.